already described was an authority that only God had up until that point. Now, this is also where Catholics get the sacrament of confession from in the Bible. Now, there are a lot of other places in the Bible where the church's divine authority is established and exercised, but for the sake of time, I think we just need to move on to sola fide. But suffice it to say that for me, it was clear that the Bible was not the only divinely inspired source, according to the Bible itself. So moving on to sola fide, if faith or belief in Jesus is the only thing that provides salvation, then it should be impossible for me to find anything else in the Bible that is described as an essential component of salvation. Instead, what I found in reading the Bible was a lot of emphasis on what we did and how we behaved in response to Jesus. So in John chapter 14, Jesus says that anyone who loves me will obey my teaching, and my Father will love them, and we will come and make our home with them. Now, he didn't say that anyone who believes in me, but anyone who obeys my teaching. Now, that's something that we do. Then in Matthew 19, a rich man comes up to Jesus and asks him point blank what he must do to enter into heaven. And I thought, well, if there was ever something that would resolve this question, this has got to be it. So if sola fide were true, Jesus' response, if he was a good teacher, would be something like, you don't do anything. You just believe in me, and then you will enter into heaven. But he doesn't say that at all. He says, follow the commandments and sell everything you have, and then come follow me. So remember, if faith alone is true, then we shouldn't be able to find any other instance in which the Bible describes other aspects being essential to salvation. And already we've found a very explicit example in the sayings of Jesus himself. So then in Matthew chapter 7, Jesus points out that not everyone who calls him Lord will go to heaven. He says that only the one who does the Father's will go to heaven. And he says that those people will object and they'll say, but Lord, we did great deeds in your name and we performed miracles. So obviously these are people of faith, but Jesus says that because they didn't do the Father's will, they won't go to heaven. So clearly to Jesus, faith, which these people obviously had because they confessed that Jesus is Lord, is not enough. So then we have the Epistle of James, which Martin Luther actually tried to have removed from the Bible because it contradicted his doctrines in such plain and unambiguous language. In fact, this is the only place in the Bible where the words faith alone actually appear. So in James chapter 2, he says that a person is considered righteous by what they do and not by faith.